Welcome to IAMS. Thank you for attending today's webinar. Sorry for the little slight delay here. We got everything worked out technology-wise, and all the squirrels are out of the system. We've got an exciting show for you here today. We'll be discussing one of the most powerful systems that I've been involved in recently as it relates to just in general marketing your practice to be able to save in have somebody else do the marketing so that you've got a solid flow of prospects. So before we get started today, and with our guest speaker Clifford, I'm going to be covering some items here with IAMS briefly first. And as many of you on the webinar here may be with us or for the first time taking a look at interest in IAMS, I want to say thank you for both parties here. I do want to cover our new producer builder program. If you are looking at IAMS, your first 180 days with IAMS, once you do contract with us, you have an opportunity based on the business that you submit to earn different production levels that will get you additional dollars into your practice, some of which here we'll cover what Clifford and Save Money Events is going to be speaking about and what we're going to be covering today. So if you're joining IAMS and you've got business, make sure that you talk to your primary connection here at IAMS or reach out to me, Justin Ford, be happy to help. As an example here, these are the numbers listed for fixed indexed annuity premium. You come on board with a couple cases that you've got in the first 180 days, 500, 250, at the 250 production level during that first 180 days. That's going to give you some options here. $2,000 marketing reimbursement. That again can be applied to marketing programs like we're going to be discussing today. Or if you prefer to have cash, $1,500 gift card, as well as, another option would be if you currently are working on a marketing system that works for you, we can partner with you on that as well. Bottom line is to get you started with IAMS so you can see the full breadth of what we have to offer. We find it necessary to actually try that theory out. So as you submit business, we want to make sure we pay you for that to help your start with IAMS be as fast and as productive as we can possibly here. Once you do come on board with IAMS, and many of you may actually be on the call today as part of this, we do have a referred producer program. Much like your practice, ours has been built over the years on quality referrals. Thank you to those in the room that may have referred agents over to us. We also pay you for those referrals. And the way that works is you get paid in a couple different ways. If you'll get us the name of the individual that you're wanting to bring on board or refer to us, we'll take care of them, work on that. My team will get them all set up. Once they contract with IAMS or get appointed in our system, there'll be a $50 one-time bonus that you'll receive for that. And beyond that, out of our pocket, not the agent's or yours, so in other words, will not affect their contract level, we're going to pay you on their business into perpetuity. So as long as they're doing business with IAMS, there's no limit on how many referrals or how much dollar amount comes out to that cash check to you. But as an example, if they're writing indexed annuity premium, it's 20 basis points on that business. And when they issue it, target premium 15, single premium life 0.075. If you'd like to, if you have any questions about this, or if you do have someone to refer, reach out to us. I'll get some material out to the group here as today's follow-up that'll have all this listed out. So you can put your pens down. Unless you have questions, we'll get this documented out to you. In addition to that, as you go forward with IAMS, now that you've come on board, we also have, and this is all in addition to your commission, we also have a marketing reimbursement account. So many of you in the room that have maybe passed your 180 days with IAMS, you've referred people, you're writing business, we're going to pay you marketing reimbursement dollars that can be used towards programs like today's that we're going to be discussing. So the way that works, as an example here, for every $100,000 in indexed annuity premium, it would be $100 into that account. They do not expire, and we can utilize those to help partner with you and build practice, reduce your dollars spent on a program that brings premium back to all of us. In addition to joining, one of the reasons why people refer over to us, and that's from their mouths, not ours, is our back office support. So one of the things we've been able to build our foundation on since the late 80s is our support, our attentive support division. Everything from building your business, like we're talking about today, tools and resources, whether that be on the website or case design, working with your individual point person here at IAMS, all the way through getting forms, whether it be on our website at your fingertips or direct from the company here, whether that's in-force business where you're writing a new application, or you just need something to spice up your sales presentation, or an informative piece that's going through, the complicated tax numbers as an example, but you'd like it to look professional and more like you and your practice when you present it to the client. These are items that we're accustomed to here at IAMS. Give us a call. We can help support you in that area. In addition to it, once your business comes in, we process those applications both on life and annuities, follow up with 1035 exchanges and transfers. We also will do signature guarantees. If you do have run into those, need a medallion signature on that business, we can help you with those areas as well, all the way through getting your commissions paid. As I mentioned on our website, sometimes if you work different hours, or if you just need something beyond the hours that we're operating here, you're able to get most of everything off of our website. And if you haven't been out there, if you've been appointed with IAMS, I would urge you to take a look at Sales Resource Library. This is an area that just in my tenure here working on the phones that is underestimated, or at least a little hidden, but it is a hidden mirage of wonderfulness here. This resource library allows you to go in like Google, and you can sort or search for topics, everything from buy-sell agreement to maybe a long-term care question, tax documents. And what this company that we partner with does is they provide all the updated compliance material, all the details, accuracy. And then on our website, we have the ability of actually customizing that handout, whether it be an information piece, a fact finder, maybe a step-by-step guide to doing a Roth conversion. Those items can be customized with your logo and your practice without having to go through and fact check the tax documents, etc. So Sales Resource Library, give me a call if you have any questions about that, or talk to your point person here at IAMS, as well as everything from online forms, term quotes, annuity quotes, etc. We do operate with several e-application platforms, as you probably are aware. If not, we do, as an independent IMO, carry a large number of carriers, find partners with us here, and we utilize the e-application services through them. We do have a Firelight relationship, Luma, iPipeline, Sunfire as well. So we can handle all your digital business. Creative services. So when it comes to highlighting who you are as an advisor, who your practice is, relaying your vision to the outward community to help with your referral business, and also help draw individuals to your practice and let them know the good work that you do. We do have a creative services team in-house here at IAMS. These are individuals that are specialized in the area of graphic design, everything from your simplest business card all the way through your most advanced search engine optimization, geo-tracking, you can imagine, website design. Sky's the limit. Now, the benefit of this team is, rather than consulting with an outside team that we pay as a consultant, this is one that we felt, IAMS felt the importance of bringing in-house. And the reason for that is these are individuals that are on our payroll. We cover their health plan. They are experts in our market, which is your market, financial services. Now, oftentimes when you go to a local advertising team, you may be dealing with a group that also helps advertise the local car dealership, grocery store chain, or other financial advisors. And a lot of times that material that they design for you may actually be their material, their digital rights to that material. So if you end up ending your relationship contractually with them, they may keep that material and turn it around and utilize it with some of your competitors. We don't do that here. Everything that we design is for you, because we don't generate this as a revenue. This is not a revenue center for us. The business that you write from highlighting your practice is. So if you are looking at further exploring your brand, or sharpening up some of the materials you have on your website, or maybe designing one, definitely reach out to us here at IAMS. There's a lot more to that story, and I'll save that for the call and a future webinar. But do ask, let us know if you have any questions. On the front end, if you haven't had one of these done, whether you're with IAMS or it's, you've done one of these and now you've changed up your plan, one of the best ways to start with understanding our creative services team or your practice is having us do a complete marketing analysis of where you are at today in your practice, considering where you would like to be. And what we'll do in that is, it's a brief questionnaire that we start off with your primary contact at IAMS. That's then turned to our CMO and our creative marketing team, and they will go through and review and give suggestions. based on your goals and objectives, everything from design all the way through different marketing campaigns. If one of your areas is increasing your revenue, as an example, in a new product line, we can help with that too. But ask about your marketing analysis today with your primary contact here at IAMS, and we can talk further on that. If you are a if you have your Series 65, or if you're looking to find an easier way to work with today's retiree and also to transfer assets, reduce your fees in doing so, we can help. IAMS Wealth Management is our corporate RIA, and it is we are a annuity-friendly RIA, lower costs and fees. This is a way many of the advisors I work with have looked forward to increasing their revenue, earning additional management fees, but also being able to improve that relationship they have with their client via referrals, et cetera. Be able to work with their complete pie and also not have to work with the transfer companies is often when you don't have a hold of that brokerage relationship with the client. So whether you're wanting to pick up your Series 65 or if you already have it and you're looking for shopping around your options, or if you don't want to take a test, but you have clients that it would be beneficial to have a wealth manager connected to them, but one that is not going to take you out of the picture as a competitor, but instead as a partner, there is a program we have that we can do that with you and help your clients with wealth management as well. So if you have a question on that, or if you'd like to get more information on wealth management here at IAMS for the other reasons, please give us a call or indicate later on the survey here that you have interest, and we'll make sure to get Duncan and the rest of his team to reach out to you and answer anything that you may have. If you're looking to beef up some of your knowledge here on advanced annuities and life sales, or essentially have an opportunity to be elbow to elbow with partners and producers that are using programs like we're going to be discussing today in a learning environment, get to meet some of the people here at our office, this is a great opportunity to take a look at our life and annuity academies. If you haven't registered for an academy or interested, raised your hand and said, I'd be interested on the next one coming up, let us know. I think we've got one more closing out for the year here, and we've got schedules for next year. These events are historic for putting together multi-million-dollar keynote speakers, rubbing elbows with other producers, and discussing everything IAMS has to offer, as well as advanced sales strategies for both annuities, life, and beyond. So this will be a great opportunity to help build your practice and make sure that you are on the list so that we know when we come around to that we can reach out to you and get you all set up. For your production, we do have a trip. Like our competitors, we have a trip that we take every year, this year to this qualification period to Quebec. And what's different about with our system here is we have an 18-month qualification period. Most IMOs will do a 12-month. This allows you extra time to get that production in. 5 million points to qualify, essentially a point per annuity premium dollar, and then a tenth of that would be for life and IUL and S single premium life. If you have interest in attending the trip or would like to see where you rank, we would love to have a conversation with you and get those numbers your way. Ask your primary contact here at IAMS today, and we'll get you an update, or feel free to email me at the end of the presentation. I'd be happy to help as well. And without further ado, Clifford, are you still with us?
Oh, I'm here. I'm here.
Excellent. Well, hopefully we made up some time, my friend, to get to you today. I can't say enough about this gentleman, and I'll leave it at that. Clifford, I've had the opportunity to work with Clifford in several of my IMO relationships over the last 25 years personally, and he has helped the advisors I've worked with and therefore helped my family many a times, and we appreciate that. Clifford has a phenomenal company here that's helping IAMS even further, just like he has in my past. We're going to be talking about your stuff today, Clifford, and I'll let you have the floor, my friend. Perfect.
So yeah, thank you, Justin, for having me on today. Like you said, my name's Clifford Blodgett. I run a company called Safe Money Marketing, and we do safe money events all over the country. So, this year we've done probably 100, 120 events across the country. So lots of events. Last year we also pivoted and started getting into the appointment setting realm as well. So we're going to touch on some, like 2 or 3 different tactics today that are working and are successful. Dinner seminars, education events, and then we're going to touch on video sales letter leads, which are essentially just appointments on your calendar here at the end. So with that, I've been in the digital marketing realm for 2010, so about 14 years, and I've been working with independent financial advisors for 11 years now. So we know the background. You can buy these services, anywhere, but I don't think you're going to have, as cost-effective results as we are. That because we've been testing these things for 11 years, if you will. So we know the arena, we know financial advisor marketing, we know digital marketing, and we bring those together for advisors for cost-effective strategies that they can bring or that we can help advisors with. If you have any questions in the middle of this presentation, feel free to add them to the chat box down there, and then at the end, Justin and I will go through and see what questions are in there, and if we, time permitting, we'll kind of go through them and answer them as we go. So just a little maintenance there before we get going. So anywho, like I said, done for you event lead generation is where we're going to start, and then we'll touch on education events, and then we'll touch on our VSLs here at the end. So when it comes to done for you lead generation, these are just kind of numbers that we've had throughout this year. Dinner seminars, we're averaging about 38, or we are averaging 38 buying units, which is 64 registering. So a buying unit, may or may not bring someone with them. So that's the difference between registrations and buying units. So 38 families and 64 folks that show up. The average attendance rate for a dinner seminar is 50%, which is the highest amongst all the things you're going to show. So you get 38 people that or 38 buying units that sign up. 19 of them are going to be there. Now, this is average. I've got a campaign in Reno right now that's already blown this out of the water. So you'll see the numbers on the next slide, kind of some of our highlights for the year. But these numbers are flexible. The top topics are taxes and retirement income planning, and legacy planning. Right. This year, I probably need to move this around. Legacy planning has been one of our favorite topics that advisors have chose. We work hand in glove with Legacy Lock, and they helped us write that presentation. But it's not like, but it is, legacy maximization, but it is product agnostic. So it's not like it's Legacy Lock or, all over it. It's more that it's just like, that's the topic and they helped us write it, and it works well with that. So it's, just kind of a nice relationship there. So when it comes to educational workshops, we're having more people sign up, but our attendance rates have been lower, 40%. I've even seen some in this summer that were 25-30%, of those folks that sign up who are showing up. So top topics there again, we do have some Social Security, taxes and retirement income planning. Those are the top pieces for the educational event. Educational event is community college, libraries, you name it, where it's more of like the classroom setting, if you will. So on the right-hand side, I've got a few other pieces. We've got some Legacy Lock breakouts where it's an average of 44 buying units or 72 registrants. That's for dinner events or educational events. We've been pretty consistent with either way, even when it's a dinner event or educational event, doesn't really matter for that. And then when it comes to webinars, we've traditionally had a lot of advisors who've done these. This year it tends to drop off, or it's kind of dropped off a little bit. Maybe the COVID shackles are kind of like shaken off, but essentially 83 buying units when we do one of these, and we get about 20% or 20 of the people show up from when we do those events. So just another option for things that you can do when you're there. When we look at recent event numbers, we're looking at, we've got some Oklahoma, California, New Jersey, Nevada, all over the place. So, my favorite is we just had an event in, the education event down in Mississippi was good. We also had a dinner event at a hotel in Florida that had 108 registrants, which is uncommon. We don't do a lot of events at hotels. In fact, we don't even recommend people to do events at hotels because it's pretty, hot and cold. But we had success with it down there. We had an education event at a library in California. We had 93 people sign up. 64 people sign up, 93 registrants. So some nice numbers to kind of like look at as we're going through these pieces. So the truth is that event marketing still works, and seminars and workshops are still the most consistent and cost-effective method for generating prospects and for financial advisors and insurance agents. It's also one of the fastest ways for you to get in front of people and meet people and build a book from those events. So when we think about the numbers, we know that Meta has about 186 million active users, and about 34 million of those are baby boomers. Now, 78% of baby boomers are on Facebook, just total. So do the math there, 34 million. So that what's that mean then? About 45 million total baby boomers in the United States. 32% of them are also on Instagram, and baby boomers spend about 27 hours a week online. So, which is more than they spend watching the news. So 17 hours watching the news, and they spend about 13 hours a week on social media. They like to watch videos. They like to, spread their time around on websites. But the big thing is they believe that social media is improving their life. So we like to fish where the fish are, kind of is what we say. When it comes to dinner seminars, pick a time and place, complete our questionnaire, leverage the brand, and watch the registrants add up. So when it comes to what's included, we've got basic, standard, premium, so $24.99. These are all based off of the projected units and guarantees that we're offering. For a dinner seminar, I believe it's 25 guaranteed for the bottom, all the way up to 35 for the premium. So registration pages, emails, email and text reminders are all included. We generate the ads, and then we create a thank you page. We give you access to the dashboard. There are scripted presentations included, and confirmation calls are included on level 3. So we're going to kind of break down what's all included here and show you some examples of what's there. So here's an example of a registration page. This is where people go when they click on the ad, and they're taken to a page that looks like this. So dates, times, topics, advisor bio, additional disclosures, those kind of things. Now this page is pretty basic looking because we know that over 60 to 65% of any ad that we run, those conversions actually come off of their mobile phone. So that page looks amazing on a mobile phone where it's all stacked, where all the page pieces are stacked. So, I showed that model, but I should actually show the mobile version because it's the one that converts most of the time anyway. When it comes to what else is included is a hybrid confirmation sequence. So when the registration's made, we're going to reach out, send an email and text message within 2 to 5 minutes, so it's written information for the person to say, you registered, like, let's look forward to seeing you. Then there's like this middle part where the advisor reaches out. The day before, we send an email. The day of the event, we send a text message, and then we get you to your event. Now for the top tier, we're also throwing in this confirmation call service where our call setters are calling and confirming folks in this time. This is a crucial time for advisors. This is the difference between 5 people showing up to your event and 20 people showing up to your event. It's when they sign up on Facebook, it's kind of in the ether. It's not real. They get an email, they get a text message. But when somebody calls them and says, "Hey, we're depending on you to show up for this event," it becomes real. And this is where we start seeing the people, sign up this is where the confirmation numbers increase. I can draw a direct correlation between people that use our calls and don't use our calls and the success they have in this program. So good stuff there. So here's just some examples of the paid media placements that we offer. So just some meta ads here. So paid media placements. We're leveraging targeting that starts with geographical areas, and then we layer in demographic points like income and those pieces. So we can't target off of income, but we can layer in a geographical area, know where the good neighborhoods are, where the wealth neighborhoods are, and make sure that we're targeting those points and moving our budgets around accordingly. The majority of Facebook ads, the top tiers, will also use YouTube and some of our own retargeting network ads groups as well. So some nice pieces there that we bring to that third level. Also, what's included is a thank you page. So after someone registers, directions, add to the calendar, those type of pieces. And that's an instant ability to add to their calendar. And we see, 30 to 40 people, on an event take advantage of this. It's not uncommon to see this work. You also get access to our seminar dashboard, which is a central repository to all of the campaign data. So you can leave notes and work with your team in one central repository. This is what it looks like when somebody does it right? We've got the color changes, we've got you can see how the notes are being left in here. So definitely a nice piece for advisors to take advantage of when they're in here. So, all right, and then I also mentioned that we have all the topics. We have the presentation. So Social Security, taxes and retirement income, legacy lock, those type of pieces. It's actually not called legacy lock. I need to change that. It's called legacy maximization. But anyway, a nice piece here. These are very generic presentations. I'll be honest with you. But that's where you can lean in and then go back to Justin, go back to the IAMS creative team and say, hey, can you help us and make it your own, right? People like to hear stories, but they don't like to hear scripted stories. So we kind of give you like the framework for you then to insert your personal pieces inside there when you're giving these presentations. Okay, so we've talked about the dinner seminar. We've talked about the pieces that are building it. On that same chassis, it's almost exactly the same, only it's just that the numbers are different and the topics the topics are the same, but it's just kind of the numbers are different, is our educational event. What I usually tell advisors is they're like, well, what's the difference? And I'm like, well, it kind of depends on your personality. If you're someone who likes to be a teacher or be an educational like type setting, then you want to do an educational event. Someone who is an educational type, putting them in a dinner seminar environment, it doesn't work. Like they don't, they complain about having to buy, people's dinners and stuff like that. So the dinner seminar advisor is someone who likes to be the center of attention, kind of like likes to throw a party, has no problem watching people who eat their meal, also leave out the back door. They get it. They get the numbers that are involved with that. So when people ask me, which one's better, I'm like, well, what kind of person are you? And know that if you do a dinner event, people, you're going to be paying for dinners. And can you personally watch somebody walk out the door after they've ate your dinner, knowing that there's probably 2 or 3 appointments or whatever in that room? Like, can you get over that? So that's what I always tell people when they ask me on that. So same thing, registration page, emails, text messages, Facebook ads, confirmation calls on the top tier. So how do you get started with these events? It's pretty easy. You go to safemoneyevents.com, you pick the type of event that you want to go to, and you fill out our form. So name, email, phone number, company, website, those type of pieces. The event type should already be populated. Do we need to add any marketing folks on those emails or on those kind of like notification emails that are going out? Pick a topic, tell us about the venue and dates, presenter name, and then any disclosures. That's the big piece. If you have to have a registered rep disclosure or anything, please include that. Then include a headshot, a logo, review, and you will pay right then. And then when that ticket goes through, it goes to my team and we confirm it. And then we can get one of these turned around in about 4 to 5 weeks. For the first one, we usually ask for 5 to 6 weeks, but we can turn it around if you ask nice in 4. If you've already done an event with us, we can generally turn one out in about 3 weeks because we have all of your data and your all of your content already arranged. So that's what it takes to get started with one of those. Now we're going to pivot to video sales letters. So in 2024, we've launched a number of these. Right now we've got legacy, annuity rank, taxes, those kind of pieces going on there. So we had an agent in Kansas who ran annuity rank. They got 199 leads, 15 appointments. They got a lot of phone calls too. They got a lot of live phone calls that we don't really count in here. So far, we had an annuity rank in Pennsylvania through 4 weeks. They've already got 34 leads, and they had 5 appointments. These programs run 12 weeks, so you can just kind of extrapolate the numbers out from there. Annuity rank in Florida for 3 weeks. That was 21 leads and 2 appointments set already there. So just some ideas of what you can expect when you're running our program for the VSLs. So people ask me kind of like, what's the cycle for a VSL? So we start over here with the ads. They go to an opt-in page, and then we go to a video sales letter. And then the big piece for us is this calendar automation, right? So if they don't sign up for an appointment on the first calendar time they're faced with the calendar, they go into a very extensive 28 touches in the first 8 days drip cycle. So voicemail or voicemail drops, emails every day, text messages every day, and we're emailing them to try to set an appointment with you. We sync your calendar with the technology, so they're offering pockets into your calendar to set appointments. It's not like they're going to book on top of other appointments if the technology is set up right. So this is just kind of an idea of how that flow is handled with the AI appointment draft setting sequence working for it. Now, how it uses AI is AI looks at your calendar and says, oh, you're available at 1 on Tuesday and 2:30 on Thursday, and lets the system know that without the back and forth of like changing emails for like, oh, when can you meet, and then kind of going back and forth. So we offer solutions for that are hands off, and we use AI for that. So a prospect's, oh, that was fast. A prospect's path is they see the ad, and then they go to a page that looks like this, the 5 ways to increase annuity income. They gain access to the presentation over here, and then they watch a short video. For our legacy maximization, I think the video is about 20 minutes long. The annuity one is 12 to 15 minutes long. And then we have a few others that are, generally about 15 minutes long. The sweet spot is a 15-minute presentation. So we don't lose people's interest and we don't lose them. But essentially, here's that 28 touch, 8-day sequence that we talked about. We got voicemail drops, we got messages, we got text messages all through that sequence. So that's kind of what that looks like when it's all staged out. When it comes to traffic resources, we're going to kind of go topic by topic, but essentially you're going to pick a region. The appointments can be done virtually as well. We use these dynamic ad sets with thousands of combinations. So we've got the ads, the videos, the images, the headlines, all those things. In Facebook, we're essentially leveraging Facebook's algorithm for it to pick which ones convert the best, and then we move forward. So besides name, email, phone number, we're also collecting how old is their annuity and what's the original principal for our annuity rank pieces. Our ultimate goal is to have your calendar look like this, but that's someone who's paying a lot of money for the program right there for them to fill up like that. But it is possible, and it's a good problem to have. We're going to go topic through topic here so we can go through the numbers so people can understand that. So when it comes to annuity rank, essentially these are high intent ready to talk people that have already bought an annuity. So you don't have to go through the whole, what is annuity and all those conversations. They are someone who already owns an annuity, and we come to them with the idea of refinancing your annuity, or how do you know if your annuity is being productive. Now, Justin on the other side will then hook you up with Indexalizer, and there's a whole sales process there. So you get the person in, you get a screenshot, or you get their latest annuity statement, and then you put it in Indexalizer, and Indexalizer spits out a report that has a custom report for you that has all the rates and things, and so you can have a side-by-side comparison of annuities to compare to. That's the sales process. You're giving them a live comparison to products that are out there versus the product that they bought whenever they bought it. So so that's the call to action on there. Essentially, we're setting the second appointment because they've watched the video, they're already interested in it, and now they're interested in moving forward with the report. All of our content's already been insurance only compliant, so it should go through, if you have to run it through compliance, pretty quick and pretty clean. Essentially, Annuity Rank's cost per appointment is about $250. They already own an annuity. We know the age of the annuity, and we know the original principal of the annuity when they sign up. What I tell people is the program costs $6,000, $4,800 of that goes to Meta. The average lead for an Annuity Rank is about $100 to $120. So do the math, you're going to get about anywhere between 40 and 50 leads. We are right now converting about 20% of them, so about 10 to 12 are converting into an appointment. Advisors who do a good job of calling behind the 28 touches system that we've already set up are then usually talking to about another 10 to 12 people as well. So if you do your due diligence, we're converting about 50% of them into at least conversations or opportunities, or at the very least reports that you should run from. The other topic we do are smart tax strategies. We've only got a little bit of time left on this one until the tax cuts, the tax bomb of 2025 happens. However, same kind of numbers. Our average cost per acquisition is about 100 to 120. We're converting about 20% of those, and a good advisor going behind them. What we find is, that these are more wealthy targets, and the data that we're collecting from them is how long until you retire and how much retirement savings do you currently have. So same pieces, high intent, ready to talk. They've watched a 20-minute video about tax cuts. So this is something that's on their mind, something they're definitely interested in. And the last one is legacy maximization. So kind of trade places with Annuity Rank. Our cost per acquisitions on these is anywhere between $45 to $60. So you're going to get a lot more leads. Generally, we see about 100, 150. So if you're already in the Legacy Lock program and you're getting these leads, and you have a cost associated with Legacy Lock, you could make a pretty good system, just generating these $50 leads, and then however many you're converting right into a Legacy Lock product. When it comes to us setting the appointments, again, it's about 10, 15% of those are setting. So, you get 100 leads, I'd say 15 appointments is about what we're getting on them. And what besides name, email, phone number, what information we're getting from them is, what is your biggest concern in planning your legacy? So that kind of just gives you a foot in the door of what to start talking to people when they sign up. All right. So we've talked about the programs, the topics. This is what you'll see. You'll see an appointment put on your calendar. You'll get an email from Safe Money Marketing and Safe Money Events that says name, email, phone number, and the fields that we talked about. You'll also get a link to a live Google Doc, which we will have all of your leads and appointments on, and you have access to that anytime. And the link's in the email, and we send you the link when you sign up as well. So some nice pieces there. When we talk about these topics, we say, please do follow up with people, give them a phone call. Like I said on the event stuff, making this real is important. So if you're calling behind, being like, hey, I saw you're interested in our legacy product or our annuity rank product, how can I help you? Good things there. Informing Safe Money Marketing of no-shows or any like discrepancies in the system. Always good to help us out, and we can help you out in the future as well. Add the prospects to your CRM or drip system. And if you don't have one, please contact us. We have one that we can, that you can use of ours as well, that has a very robust drip system on the end of it. Continue to drip on those prospects after an initial appointment. I say this all the time, especially in events. You might only get so many people in an event that sign up, but there's another chunk behind them that a life event is going to happen, or something's going to happen in the future, and they're going to be like, I need to get back and I need to focus on this and take care of it. And the moment, they might not be ready for an appointment, but give them a couple of months and they circle back around and they go, and life happens, right? And they come back with you. Setting a second appointment, knowing exactly what the sales process is. So with annuity rank, it's that you're going to have that comparison report. With legacy lock, it's talking about the legacy onboarding. With the taxes, it's probably creating a custom tax plan for them as well. Giving Safe Money Marketing feedback, understanding that people will be reacting to voicemail drops and they might call you or research you. And so you need to know the content just a little bit so they can come back to you and know who you are. So be prepared for that as well. Do not answer phone calls from unknown numbers especially at the time of your appointment. Like, let's say you have an appointment. I've seen people call the advisor, especially if they're really interested or they really are urgent about getting things together. Be ill prepared for the call. So know what the next steps are. Have a sales process work. Have good questions like ready to ask people when they sign up. It's super important to have that all worked out. When you sign up for a VSL, the first week or two, the ads will go live. We'll keep an eye on your calendar. Week 2, we'll check the paid traffic performance. We'll resolve any calendar issues. And then week 4, we check up on those appointments and fix any gaps in the process. But after that, it's pretty, it's pretty hands off. We let it run. We let the appointment setting run, and we leave from there. When it comes to video sales letters, essentially the first program is, or the first 3 months is $6,000. Every 3 months after that is 48. We've got it set up, and then that $4,800 is going straight to Meta, and we're running the program from there. So 28 touches, AI technology to set it up, and calls to actions included. So all of those pieces are included that we just said. Again, go to Safe Money Events, lead generation, go to the video sales letters or evergreen webinars, and that's how we get started. Essentially, you're going to fill out name, email, phone number, pick a topic, details, headshot, logo, preview, you pay, and these are pretty turnkey. We're going to get these off the ground in about a week. So if you pay your money, I get the ticket, my team is going to be back in touch with you in a week. Essentially, all we need to do is sync up your calendar and we're good to go. So that is my presentation for today. Essentially, all of everything that you've seen here is at safemoneyevents.com. Go there, sign up. If you have questions, you can also sign up for any questions with me on that website. And now I'm going to ask Justin to take back and see if there were any questions, because I went really fast, but hopefully, there were some questions in there as well.
Yeah, thank you, Clifford. Absolutely. I'm going to take the presentation back. We also, as a backup, if you've got questions, I understand, or at least with me anyway, my questions sometimes come later, 24 hours later, what have you. We're going to be back with you with an email upon follow-up within the next 24 hours. And I'm going to do a poll here in a second as well, Clifford, and that way my team on our calling, as we're reaching out to you, will know what your level of what caught your interest the most so that we get that material over to you in a timely manner. So I'm going to go ahead and ask that first polling question here. And as I promised earlier, if you haven't or if you'd like to attend one of those upcoming Annuity and Life Academies, go ahead and indicate so, and we'll make sure you get the link and everything to be added to that list. So as we have new dates come up, you're part of that consideration. Those do fill up pretty quick. And so if you have interest, definitely indicate there. And I appreciate it here as we're collecting responses on that one. We'll go ahead and wrap that one up here in a second. And also, Clifford, I don't believe it's a question here, but Clifford, you'd mentioned earlier you were talking about the seminar, some of the resources we have here. In addition to that, when it comes to supporting with Clifford's team, you see the number of folks doing workshops. We do also have, and if you are doing events now, you can get your hands a copy of this here, but we have the complete guide to a successful seminar. This will include detailed information that dives right into with Clifford's suggestions as well on his program. When you have those live events, whether it's educational or not, how to set up the room, the little things that you don't think of all the way through. It's a complete planning guide. Definitely we'll get a copy of that in your hands as well. To mention that here on the next question, if you currently use seminar marketing. Get those in here, and also if you do have a question, as Clifford mentioned, you list it. It will be if we don't get it live, they do get logged in so that we'll be able to answer it upon follow-up with you as well. Thank you for answering that one. And final question for the day, would you like information about Safe Money events? Hoping this one is all, because we're going to send out that information over to you. Just indicate if you already have it and you just don't want to, no problem. But we will get that information over to you so you have the guide, everything Clifford is talking about. Perfect. And then as you feel free to reach out to your primary contact at IAMS, we will be reaching out to you just to confirm you got everything you needed. But definitely would be able to help there. And Clifford, I'm not, unless you are on your end, I'm not seeing any current questions here. But cool. As mentioned, we will definitely, if I missed one here in our system, what have you, we are going to be following back up with you, and it'll print it out for me here. But really appreciate everybody's time to attend today. And Clifford, yours as always, appreciate what you do for IAMS and IAMS producers and everything else too. So
cool. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day.
Excellent. You too. Thanks all. We'll be following back up. Have a great day.